The woman woke up to find the mural on the wall staring at her. She got out of bed and leaned in for a closer look, but as she approached, the painting suddenly closed its eyes. Terrified, she froze on the spot. Just the day before, she had received news of her grandfather's passing. She traveled alone to a mountain village to inherit his old mansion. On the way, she got lost. While using her phone for directions, she sensed eyes watching her from behind a tree. A man approached claiming to be the village chief. He asked if she needed help. After learning she was the granddaughter, he brought her to the old mansion. Before leaving, he warned her there was one room she must never open. Curious, she asked why. He whispered that a ghost was sealed inside. As a modern college student, she didn't believe in ghosts, so the moment she entered the mansion, she went straight to the forbidden door. No matter how hard she pushed, it wouldn't budge. Giving up, she returned to her grandfather's room. While exploring, she found a book in the bedside cabinet. Inside was a key. She immediately thought of the locked room. Just as she was about to insert the key, a hand suddenly stopped her. Before she could react, a woman in red snatched the key and ran away. Shaken, she returned to her room to rest, but soon footsteps echoed outside. She crept downstairs to investigate. To her shock, she saw a man sneak into the mysterious room, followed by the red-dressed woman. 10 minutes later, the woman came out looking disheveled, but the man never came out. Deeply disturbed, she tried to open the door again, but it still wouldn't open. She leaned in to listen, when suddenly the power went out. Frightened, she gave up for the night. The next day, she told the village chief what had happened. He calmly explained. The red-dressed woman was her grandfather's adopted daughter. He said she had mental issues, but was harmless. Still uneasy, the woman decided to make her leave. The village chief refused, only agreeing to let them talk it out. That night, a wind-up toy appeared in her room. It walked toward her feet. Out of curiosity, she twisted the key and followed it. The toy fell on uneven ground, but eerily stood back up and walked again. Sensing something behind the curtain, she lifted it with a candle, only to see a strange man. Screaming, she dropped the candle and ran. On the street, she ran into a man visiting the village. After hearing her story, he thought she was imagining things, and agreed to walk her home. Unbeknownst to them, the red-dressed woman was watching from upstairs. When they got back, the house was empty. The man suggested reporting it to the chief. She had no choice but to agree. The next day, she angrily confronted the chief, describing the man she saw. He claimed it was her grandfather's mute butler, who moved silently. She also mentioned the man who entered the sealed room never came out. The chief finally told her the truth. Years ago, a local opera singer died unexpectedly. After that, many young men in the village died mysteriously. Her grandfather sealed the singer's ghost in the room. Anyone who entered had their soul taken. He warned her not to speak with the red-dressed woman, as she was under the ghost's influence. Still skeptical, she began asking villagers about the house's past, and why everyone in the village seemed strange. A villager gave her a portrait, saying if she hung it at night and made offerings, the opera ghost wouldn't drain her life. But that night, the power went out again. Grabbing a candle, she checked the portrait. What she saw frightened her so badly, she ran outside in a panic, only to find the village chief standing at her door.